All right, so every year, Forbes drops its famous list of the world's wealthiest people. But let me tell you, the 2026 report, it's just on another level. The numbers are almost hard to believe, so we're going to dive in and break down exactly how much wealth is concentrated at the top, who the new big players are, and what it all really signals for the future. To really get a handle on what's happening, you have to start with the sheer scale of it all. The story of 2026 isn't just about growth. No, it's more like a straight-up explosion of wealth at the very, very top. So, first question, just how many billionaires are we talking about in 2026? Well, the official count is a brand new record, 3,428. That is by far the most people with a 10-figure fortune ever. But here's the part that's really wild. It's the pace of this growth. To get to that record number, the world was basically adding one new billionaire every single day for the past year. Just let that sink in. A new 10-figure fortune was minted every 24 hours. And okay, what's the combined wealth of this group? Get ready for this one because it's a number that's kind of hard to even wrap your head around. $20.1 trillion. That's more than the entire economy of most countries on Earth. And if that wasn't enough, that total wealth is up by over $6 trillion in just the last 12 months. I mean, this isn't some slow and steady climb. It's a rocket launch. It represents an incredible acceleration in the concentration of capital right at the top. Okay, so that's the big picture, the 30,000-foot view. Now let's zoom in a bit. Let's look at the actual people at the very peak of this financial mountain, the members of the so-called 3 Comma Club. Right at the absolute summit, well, there's no debate, it's Elon Musk. But he's not just number one. He has completely shattered all previous records by accumulating more wealth in a single year than any other person in human history. It's a truly historic concentration of fortune. Now, if we look a little further down the top 10, you see this fascinating mix of industries, right? You've got Bernard Arnault in luxury goods, the investing legend Warren Buffett, and Amancio Ortega of Zara. But then, look at number 8, Jensen Huang. His presence in this elite group, it signals a massive shift. Which brings us to one of the most compelling trends from this year's report. We're seeing this seismic shift in how the world's greatest fortunes are being created. It's really pitting the new guard of tech against the old guard titans. And the prime example of this new wave is, you guessed it, Jensen Huang. He's vaulted into the top 10 for the very first time, and he's been powered there by his company Nvidia, which just became the first to reach a $5 trillion market cap. And the fuel for this incredible ascent? The AI revolution. And, what makes his story so remarkable is its origin. According to the reporting, this $5 trillion idea, the company that's now at the absolute center of the AI boom, was literally dreamt up in a Denny's diner. Can you believe that? And this slide really captures the two poles of wealth creation today. On the left, you've got the rocket ship of Jensen Huang's explosive, tech-driven wealth built on the frontier of AI. On the right, you have the patient, slow-growing oak tree of Warren Buffett's fortune, cultivated over 6 decades of value investing. Two completely different philosophies, both leading to the top 10. And listen, Huang isn't an outlier. This new tech wave is incredibly young. The list now includes the youngest self-made billionaire ever, a 21-year-old AI whiz, and another 24-year-old AI pioneer. It really seems like the future of wealth is being written in code. Okay, so we know who they are, but where are they? Let's zoom out again and look at the geography and the demographics of this very exclusive club. When you look at the geography of it all, the United States continues to be the epicenter. It's home to nearly 1,000 billionaires. That's more than the next two combined. China and Hong Kong follow, which really showcases this powerful concentration of wealth in just 3 key economic hubs. So what does the demographic profile of a billionaire look like? Well, despite all the headlines about young tech founders, the average age is still 67. The old guard, represented by the 92-year-old Warren Buffett, is still very much present. And it remains an overwhelmingly male club, with men making up more than 90% of the list. So let's bring all these threads together. We have more billionaires than ever, with more wealth than ever, and they're accumulating it at a faster rate than ever. This unprecedented situation, well, it raises a massive question about what it all means. To put that $6.1 trillion increase into perspective, just consider this for a second. In just 1 year, the world's wealthiest individuals added more to their collective fortunes than the entire annual economic output of Japan. And that's really the ultimate question this report leaves us with. We are in a totally unprecedented era of wealth concentration, and it's being supercharged by new technologies like AI. So as these fortunes, both the new and the old, continue to grow at a historic pace, the real question is, what does this level of consolidated wealth mean for the rest of the world?